Hi, you guys. Welcome back to another episode of the Wisdom Corner. I am Rashida Costa. I hope everybody's doing well and everybody's staying safe out there. Right, my go-getters. Today, I want to have a conversation with you guys about your career. Your career, you guys. Remember when you were little boys and girls growing up and you thought, we all have this kind of, we're familiar with the proverb, what do you want to be when you grow up, right? A lawyer, a doctor, a singer, a dancer, a mechanic, an engineer, whatever it is. We all had that thing that we wanted to do. And you know what? A lot of times in our lives, we change our careers and our career path many times in our lives, and that's perfectly normal, you guys. There's nothing wrong with that. You know, I have 3 kids and I watch my children all the time. They're like, you know, they're constantly role playing this profession and that profession, and they have an idea of what it is they want to do, and they may change that, and that's okay. The thing is this though, when you get on the path, whatever your career path is, you guys, should be the career path that you chose, not one that was chosen for you. I'm going to say this again. It should be the career path that you chose, not one that was chosen for you. I don't understand this mentality of people thinking that they can project onto their children and their friends and their relatives what they should do with their lives. Who the hell are you? You don't have that right. Your career choice, that's such a personal journey. We spend most of our time at work. You know, and I'm not talking about your job, because your job is something you do for gainful employment, to feed yourself and to feed your family. I'm talking about, that's just something you're doing right now. It's not who you are. I'm talking about whatever your career path is. You went to school for said career. You're a doctor, you're a teacher, you're a lawyer, whatever it is you chose to do. You're a nurse, whatever it is. Okay? You work in sales, marketing, whatever it is, that's your career path. That's something that you're going to do for as long as you want to do it. I'm not even going to get into the rest of your life bullcrap, because it's just something that you're doing, that you're passionate about, that you want to do until you don't want to do it anymore, until you want to explore other avenues. But the point is, the bottom line is, you guys, it shouldn't be something that was chosen for you. Parents, stop it. Stop projecting your personal preference onto your children. Allow them to be who they are. Support them along that journey. Support their endeavors. Encourage their endeavors. Friends, say, whoever it is, if you're doing that to someone, stop it. It's not nice. It's not nice. I'll be goddamn if somebody gonna sit there and tell me what to do with my life. You're not the one who have to walk into a job, you know, day in and day out being miserable. My behind has got to sit there. So whatever it is I'm going to choose to do with my life is better be something that I love, that I appreciate, that I'm passionate about, that I want to do, not what you think I should do. I don't know if you guys have ever seen, there's that play called Fences. It's written by August Wilson. And it's a theatrical play, but they had a film adaptation, and that was played by Denzel Washington and Viola Davis. And in that particular play, the son Corey, there's this tumultuous relationship between he and his father. And I'm not talking about your typical parent-child relationship where sometimes you have disagreements and you don't see eye to eye on things. No. This expands way beyond that. There was some deep-rooted pathology there, because what was going on is that the father, all his life, he wanted to be a baseball player. And so during his time in his era, it just wasn't something that was going to work out for a lot of different reasons, okay? He grew up in a different generation where there was a racial and cultural climate that was just not conducive to his ambitions and what he wanted to do. By the time his son Corey came along, though, things change. They had a different perspective. There was a lot of diversity that was implemented, and people saw more along the same playing field. So you weren't experiencing racism to that level at that point. So Corey, he had all the opportunities available to him to play baseball. But here's his dad, because his dad missed out on the opportunity to play baseball. You would think that because he didn't have that opportunity, he would want his son to have that opportunity if that's where his interest lies. Oh, no. No, that would require him to actually be healthy, right? To be healthy in his mental mind, in his mental state. No, this guy was too pathological. He was too sick, because that's a sickness. It's a sickness. How can you be jealous towards your own child? Jealousy is an irrational, unhealthy emotion. And this guy was so pathological. He exhibited, just thinking about it makes my blood boil. And so that was all the jealousy issues, and did not want Corey to expand and advance in baseball, his chosen career path. That's what he wanted to do. And so that eventually contributed to the permanent breakdown of the relationship between both of them. I mean, you guys, you've got to see the play if you haven't seen it. It's mind-boggling to think a father could have that kind of mentality towards his own child. It's just sick. Anyway, so that's the point of it. Is sometimes you have people in your life, even your own parents will do that to you at times. I'm sorry, but it's true. Even your own parents, that's sick. Your spouse, I don't care how long you've been married. I don't give a damn about that. That's not the point. If you find yourself in any situation where you're having to fight for something that should be your God-given right, that's your choice as a human being. When you marry someone, you come together and you're one. Right? That oneness, that unity is created. And so that person should be your partner. There's a reason why you have that adage, partner in crime. There's a reason, hello, I'm talking to somebody, why you can't have a husband and wife testifying against each other in court. There's a reason why you don't have that, because you're supposed to have each other's back. So if you're married to someone who's not supporting your career endeavor, I'm going to tell you right now, my friend, you've got changes to make. You've got to make some changes. That's not a healthy relationship to be in. It's not healthy. No one, not your friend, not your husband, not your mother, not your wife, not your anybody should be telling you what your career path is, what a viable career path should be. Who the hell are you? Who are you who died and left you in charge of my life? We come together. We're building life together. Thank you as my mother. Thank you as my father for giving me life. For giving me life so that I can be on this great earth living and fulfilling my purpose. But for God's sakes, I don't want you telling me what to do with my life as far as my career path goes. If I want your opinion, I'll call you and I ask you for it. But you're not going to tell me what to do with my life. I've been married 20 years. I'll be goddamn, my husband knows me better than that. So I'm sitting here telling you, whatever it is you're doing, you guys, please, your career is just too important to you. Do not let anyone dictate to you what you should and shouldn't do. You will live with nothing. You'll have a life of regret. I'm going to share this story with you. I'm going to move on. I recall being in Colorado at one point in time, and I was sitting in an acting class, and this lady walked in, and she's 83 years old, and she walked in and she had this she was just so happy to be there, and you could feel her energy. But you could see the sadness while you're seeing the happiness and the joy. There was also something about her demeanor was just giving you a sad vibe. And when she introduced herself to the group, she told us how she always wanted to be an actress, but her husband didn't support her career. He thought that her place, should be at home with the children. And you know what? We are a giver of life. We're moms, we're aunts, we're friends, we're somebody's sister, we're somebody's niece. We give it all. And that's perfectly fine, but there's no reason why you cannot be a great wife, a great mom, a great husband, a great dad, and still have your career. There's nothing wrong with that. Here's this woman, 83 years old, walking in an acting class for the first time. She had tears in her eyes. There were tears of sadness. It was tears of joy. And I'm not sitting here saying, I'm a firm believer in fact, I made a video about that you're never too old to accomplish your dreams. It doesn't matter how old you are, you guys, but there comes a point in time when I'm saying 83, okay? I mean, there is some scientific factor there, and there are people that live to be 100 years old, don't get me wrong. And I don't have the keys to anybody's life. I mean, she could be 83, and people live to be 90, they live to be 100, and somebody in their 90s could outlive somebody in their 20s. So that's not the point. A matter of fact, you could have a casting director that walk off the street and they're looking for someone to play an 83-year-old grandma or somebody, and there is her big break. So it's never too late, and you can have your big moment at any point in time. But I'm saying within reason, this is something she's always wanted to do, and she didn't get that opportunity until she was 83 years old, because someone who should have been her partner, someone who should have been her support system, what did he do? He carried on with his life, and he pursued his career, and he spent his whole time doing everything he needed to do. And God bless the men in our lives that protect us and that support us, and they're providers, and they're everything. But you know what? Again, if you are at home and that's what you want to do, that's fine, okay? I've been a stay-at-home mom for many years, but I balance a lot of things. I still have career paths that I'm on. I do a lot of things, but if you're just, I'm saying to you, if that is what you want, you just want to be at home, that's fine. You don't have an interest in a career path, that's fine too. We all have our own personal choice to make. So then this conversation is not for you. I'm talking to the people who want to pursue a career. They can't get to pursue a career because they have people in their lives who either dictating to them, it's this or nothing, right? You can't do what it is you want to do because said people or person, individual in your life telling you what you should do for your career path. That's bullshit. And if you have that person, I need you to stand up to that person right now and say no more. You don't get to dictate to me what I'm going to do with my life. I'm an individual. I'm not an object that you own. Okay? I'm your child. I'm your wife. I'm your husband. And you're not going to tell me what to do. We can be on this journey together, or we can be on this journey apart. I will go it alone. But I need for you guys, whatever your career path, whatever you're passionate about, to ensure that you go on that path and you don't allow anyone to stand in your way of your chosen path. All right, you guys, follow me in the Wisdom Corner. That's it for today. As always, comes from nothing but a place of love. Stay safe, be good to one another, and take care. Bye-bye.